Plus Network, the country's first fully digital network, continues to create uplifting online content and feature inspiring stories on our platform. From more episodes of your favorite shows about personal finance, parenting, active lifestyle, and more, to new shows on new platforms that cater to your different needs, we commit to do more and be more for our viewers. Our shows not only entertain and educate, but also thrill, transform, inform, and make an impact in the lives of the people who watch them. Kaya gusto naming magpasalamat sa suporta na ibinigay nyo sa mga shows ng Plus Network at sa pagtutok sa aming online content. We really feel the love from all of you, and we couldn't be more grateful. Kaya naman, we promise to give you more meaningful content on more platforms that you can watch anytime and anywhere. Kung nasaan man kayo, kasama nyo kami. Here at Plus Network, there's something for everyone. Whatever challenges you face, we are with you, providing quality content with purposeful messaging na makakatulong sa inyo. Whether you're looking for motivation, inspiration, or practical tips and tricks, we are here to help you as you strive for growth. Follow and like us on our social media pages. Together, we can do more and be more here at Plus Network.
True FM. Tune in and hear us loud and clear, bringing you the stories, updates, and entertainment you need anytime, anywhere. The history is made for Philippine media, as once a station is now a network. Dahil ang True Network mismo ang maghahain nito sa inyo. Kami ang bagong haligi ng katotohanan, maaasahan kahit saan, anumang panahon at pagkakataon. Walang pag-aalinlangan, laging totoo, laging tunay, at laging tapat. Kami ang True Network. Dito tayo sa totoo.
We all crave companionship, someone to uplift and support, and a compassionate ear to listen. We are not meant to journey through this life in isolation. Are you searching for a community where you can truly belong? Do you desire to invest your time, talent, and resources in something that will last for eternity? If that's you, why don't you journey with us at Crew Philippines? Also known as Campus Crusade for Christ, Crew's mission is to be a major catalyst in developing Christ-centered, multiplying disciples to strategically fulfill the Great Commission. We believe that Christ-centered discipleship involves the process of taking every opportunity to share the gospel to individuals, establishing a deep relationship with them by encouraging and helping them to grow in their faith, and sending them out to spread the good news of Jesus Christ to others as well. Our goal is to prioritize reaching out to students, leaders, churches, and to utilize the digital space. This is through the help of those who are working behind the scenes. Operations, leadership development and human resources, and ministry partners. Our heartfelt desire is to give everyone an opportunity to know someone who genuinely follows Jesus. At school, at work, communities, and even online. Because here in Crew, everyone is valued. Do you share the same vision? Come, let us journey together.
Alright, what's up, Mapua Malayans? Hello,
tama.
everyone. Kamusta? Ayan, I wanna hear you guys cheer for your colleges later on. Mag-roll call ako. But again, I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Ken Pangilinan.
My name is Daphne Cristobal. So we are so glad to be with you guys, especially na magkakaroon tayo ng first ever Speak Up Forum. At syempre, first stop natin from Plus Media, pupunta tayo dito, of course, sa Mapua Malayan Colleges. What an honor to be here.
Pero bago ang lahat, mag-roll call ako. I wanna see and hear yung mga different colleges na nandito, no? Na-interview ko na sila kanina nasa baba ako eh.
Kaya nga,
Alright.
ang dami palang courses dito.
Kaya nga, ang dami. Ganyan katindi po ang ating Mapua Malayan. So, when I mention your college, tayo po kayo saglit and cheer for your college, alright?
Para ma-recognize natin, syempre, yung mga college nyo.
Alright, let's hear it from the College of Health Sciences or CHS. Ayan, tayo naman kayo! Alright, next up is the Mapua Institute of Aviation or MIA. Ayan! Meron ba ditong College of Nursing? Wala.
College of Business, baka meron tayo dito. Ayan!
College of Arts and Sciences. Ayun! Ito pa, College of Computer and Information Science.
Ayan, medyo nagkakaturuan pa sila. Naliligaw ata ng courses yung iba.
Baka hindi nyo alam courses nyo, ha? Baka nalimutan nyo, ha? Ito, the Mapua Institute of Technology at Laguna. Meron?
Ayan, meron. Meron dito sa may aisle.
And lastly, the College of Maritime Education and Training or CMET. Tama ba?
Ayan!
Ayun, doon! Guys! Punta na kayo dito sa upuan dito
Oo
in
nga,
front.
guys! Marami pa tayong seats dito. Perfect yan. Just for you guys. Dito na tayo sa gitna.
Okay, we welcome you here at our very first ever Speak Up event. And this event is all about exploring the impact of mental health challenges on young people na I'm sure you guys could relate.
Alam mo, perfect topic to, especially for college students just like you. Whether meron kayong mga academic pressure, mga pressure from relationships, for family, very relevant topics na mapag-uusapan natin for today.
Pero hindi lang yun ha, meron tayong concerts involving two of your very own Mapuan bands. Kilala nyo ba sila? Mamaya, we will reveal that.
Yep.
Pero, I'm sure, kilala nyo yung isang OPM band na featured today!
Ayan! Mukhang inaabangan din talaga nila yon.
Ano nga yun? What's the name of the OPM band? Hail! That's right. And there will also be games. Mamaya, sali ko ulit kayo ha. Games and prizes courtesy of our friends from Plus Media, Mix, and True Network. So this will be a day of education and entertainment, which is what Speak Up is all about.
But before anything else, this event wouldn't be possible without the people behind this. Grabe, yung mga sleepless nights din nila just to make this event possible. First, syempre, Speak Up Campus Tour Plus Media. At syempre, marami din tayo magiging future stops. And if you're interested, feel free to follow us on our social media platforms or pages. You can also follow us on Plus Media at Plus Media on Facebook, My Plus Media on Instagram, My Plus Network on Twitter, and My Plus Media on TikTok. O diba, marami tayong wide ranges of social media pages para maging up-to-date din kayo sa mga next visits namin.
And we would like to thank our media partners, Mix and True Network, who will broadcast parts of our event this afternoon. And also, nais namin pasalamatan ang Campus Crusade Philippines for their support for Speak Up.
At syempre, wag din po natin kalimutan na pasalamatan ang administration ng Mapua Malayan Colleges Laguna for accommodating us and for helping us spread the word para to yung mga students natin. Slowly but surely, mamaya hopefully mapuno natin itong ating bleachers.
Now it's time to give the voice to the youth, for you guys to make your voices heard as we begin this afternoon's event with a Speak Up Forum. Siyempre, dahil nga nandito kayong lahat ngayon, we've invited two special guests na mag-speak up in front to share about what they think about the mental challenges na kinakaharap ng mga kabataan ngayon. But before that, we will pause for a short break, so sit back, stay tuned. We will right back here for Speak Up!
Plus Network, the country's first fully digital network, continues to create uplifting online content and feature inspiring stories on our platform. From more episodes of your favorite shows about personal finance, parenting, active lifestyle, and more, to new shows on new platforms that cater to your different needs, we commit to do more and be more for our viewers. Our shows not only entertain and educate, but also thrill, transform, inform, and make an impact in the lives of the people who watch them. Kaya gusto naming magpasalamat sa suporta na ibinigay nyo sa mga shows ng Plus Network at sa pagtutok sa aming online content. We really feel the love from all of you, and we couldn't be more grateful. Kaya naman, we promise to give you more meaningful content on more platforms that you can watch anytime and anywhere. Kung nasaan man kayo, kasama nyo kami. Here at Plus Network, there's something for everyone. Whatever challenges you face, we are with you, providing quality content with purposeful messaging na makakatulong sa inyo. Whether you're looking for motivation, inspiration, or practical tips and tricks, we are here to help you as you strive for growth. Follow and like us on our social media pages. Together, we can do more and be more here at Plus Network.
True FM. Tune in and hear us loud and clear, bringing you the stories, updates, and entertainment you need anytime, anywhere. The history is made for Philippine media, as once a station is now a network. Dahil ang True Network mismo ang maghahain nito sa inyo. Kami ang bagong haligi ng katotohanan. Maaasahan kahit saan, anumang panahon at pagkakataon. Walang pag-aalinlangan. Laging totoo, laging tunay, at laging tapat. Kami ang True Network.
Dito tayo sa totoo.
We all crave companionship, someone to uplift and support, and a compassionate ear to listen. We are not meant to journey through this life in isolation. Are you searching for a community where you can truly belong? Do you desire to invest your time, talent, and resources in something that will last for eternity? If that's you, why don't you journey with us at Crew Philippines? Also known as Campus Crusade for Christ, Crew's mission is to be a major catalyst in developing Christ-centered, multiplying disciples to strategically fulfill the Great Commission. We believe that Christ-centered discipleship involves the process of taking every opportunity to share the gospel to individuals, establishing a deep relationship with them by encouraging and helping them to grow in their faith, and sending them out to spread the good news of Jesus Christ to others as well. Our goal is to prioritize reaching out to students, leaders, churches, and to utilize the digital space. This is through the help of those who are working behind the scenes. Operations, leadership development and human resources, and ministry partners. Our heartfelt desire is to give everyone an opportunity to know someone who genuinely follows Jesus. At school, at work, communities, and even online. Because here in Crew, everyone is valued. Do you share the same vision? Come, let us journey together.
All right, we welcome you back, everyone, to our Speak Up event. And it's time for our Speak Out segment. And as you can see in front of our stage, we already have our distinguished guests. And let me introduce to you the first one. She is a lifestyle journalist with 19 years of experience in magazine publishing, travel, culture, women's lifestyle, and health. Aside from the Philippines, her writings have been published in Singapore, USA, and Hong Kong. She is also the founder of SOS Philippines, Survivors of Suicide and Depression, which is a mental health resource page that contains updates on mental health law, local events, helpful articles, low-cost services, and other mental health resources. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm welcome to Miss Kate Alvarez.
And now for our next speaker, she holds a license in clinical Christian counseling and a doctorate in Christian counseling from Florida, USA. She also obtained her master's degree in counseling with honors and academic excellence award. She also took further training under the Doctor of Ministry in Counseling and Trauma Intervention Program. Her journey in serving others began early. She was student government president of 2 consecutive terms in high school, valedictorian in elementary, and was recognized with leadership awards from the Sangguniang Kabataan and the Office of the President of the Philippines. Her college years at the Film Institute of the University of the Philippines, Diliman, exposed her to various stories of people from different walks of life, which thereby molded her heart with empathy and compassion for those who are hurting. Today, Dr. Adrian serves as a counselor and professor teaching counseling, trauma and abuse, and psychopathology. She is also the youngest board member of the Philippine Association of Christian Counselors, and she founded Cella Clinic Christian Counseling and Psychotherapy Philippines during the pandemic in response to the growing need for mental health care and holistic well-being. Ladies and gentlemen, palakpakan po natin Dr. Adrian Gayatao.
All right, again, please give a warm round of applause to our first speaker, Miss Kate Alvarez.
Hello. Hello, Mapua colleges.
All right, so I think nowadays, Kate, I think mostly our young people, they're not aware of what they're going through right now, no? So my question to you is, what do you think young people, particularly right now, why are they vulnerable to stress and mental health challenges?
So I'm millennial. Alam niyo yung generation in the middle of Gen X and millennial, that's me. I went to college in 1999 to 2003. So nung time ko, I'm just trying to see the difference between my time and your time. But I think, let me know if I'm wrong, ha? I feel that the reason why, not just you guys, but all generations are vulnerable to mental health issues is we have an overload We have an overload of information. We have an overload of options. We have an overload of goals. We want to do everything. We want to be everything all at the same time. So little time, so much to do. Raise your hand if you think it's a yes. Para lang I know we're on the same page. Raise your hand if you feel, if you can relate. Yes, okay, good. At least I'm on the right, on the right path. That's my personal opinion.
All right. And Kate, can you share your journey? Because I think people are curious as to why you started your advocacy, which I think was 13 years ago, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, so I have a mental health page. It's a Facebook siya. Facebook.com/SOS Philippines. SOS is Survivors of Suicide and Depression. It's for people who have lost someone to suicide or might have attempted or just knows someone who's going through something. So anyway, okay lang ba magkwento? Baka may makarelate. When I was in college, feeling ko ako si Superwoman. I wanted to be everything. As the eldest daughter, I started as the associate vice president of my org, na naging vice president, na naging president, tapos meron pa akong 3 org on the side. Tapos gusto ko maging dean's lister. I was trying to study so hard. Tapos yung bahay ko was a 2-hour drive away. So every day, dinadrive ako na 2 hours to go to school, and then 2 hours to go back to my house. And then meron akong dogs. And I was trying to be everything all at once. And then one day, when I was in second year college, I woke up one day, hindi ako makahinga. Para siyang asthma. Yung ganon, hindi ako makahinga. So I thought I was dying. And then that would last for 30 minutes na hindi ako makahinga. Nandun lang ako sa upuan kung saan man ako abutan nung hindi makahinga, and I couldn't breathe. And that happened multiple times a week, multiple times a month. And I don't know what's going on. But my parents were very conservative and strict. So, syempre, sinong may mga conservative, overprotective, strict parents dito, alam mo yan, what do? We do not tell them because they're gonna get mad, right? So what I did was, I just thought I was gonna die. And then my friends saw it and they said, can we bring you to the hospital? And they brought me to the hospital. And syempre, I spent so much money on heart tests, pulmonary tests, lahat ng klaseng tests, and then they said, oh, we found something wrong with your heart. You have arrhythmia, so we're gonna give you arrhythmia medicine because we think that's why you can't breathe. So binigyan nila ako ng heart medicine, pero hindi pa rin nawawala yung hindi ako makahinga. And this was the year 2001, okay? So it's a different time. Wala pang mental health groups nun. And then, that went on for months that I still couldn't breathe. And it went on for years. And then after, like a year later, I went to a pulmonologist, and the pulmonologist did some tests again. Tinignan niya yung lungs ko. She said, I think you have stress-induced asthma. So, syempre, what did I do? Sumali ako as the overachiever. Sumali ako sa Asthma Society of the Philippines so that I can have free medication and discounts, and I had the inhaler. Sinong may asthma? Walang, di ba when you take your inhaler, after ilang seconds, well, okay na, di ba? Ako, 30 minutes na, nakatatlong inhaler na ako, hindi pa rin ako makahinga. So that went on for years. So what I would do is, baka I just need to rest. So after I take my asthma inhaler, I would try to take a nap, and then when I wake up, I can breathe. That went on for years. 10 years later, I was already a professional editor and a writer, and I still couldn't freaking breathe. So bumalik ako sa doctor ko. Sabi niya, you know what? Can I tell you something? I think you need to start going to a psychiatrist. What was my reaction? Nagalit ako. I was like, hell no! I'm not crazy. Why am I supposed to go to a psychiatrist? That's just for crazy people. He's like, well, can you describe the not breathing? So I said, it's like I want to breathe a 10, but I can only breathe a 5. It's like I'm a fish that you placed outside of the water and she can't breathe. And he's like, well, I think you have this thing called anxiety disorder. And I'm like, hell no. So he said, oh, ganito na lang. I'm gonna prescribe you psychiatric medicine. It's called Zaner. It's for people with anxiety. Whenever you have that thing where you can't breathe, you take it, and if within 10 minutes, you can finally breathe. Well, there you go. It's time to see a psychiatrist. I was so excited to prove my doctor wrong. I was excited to have my next cannot breathe moment. So, syempre, I went through my weeks. Wala. Sabi ko, sayang. So, finally, I was stressed and I couldn't breathe. I'm like, ito na. I'm gonna prove my doctor wrong. I took the Zaner. Within 10 minutes, oh my God, I could breathe again. And I'm like, well, I guess it's time to see a psychiatrist. And 10 years after college, after going through what I thought was asthma, what I thought was a heart condition, what I thought was something, turns out I was diagnosed with this thing called general anxiety disorder, which falls under the DSM-5. It's a clinical psychiatric disease. And for the next few years, I would go to therapy under a psychiatrist. I would take medication. Should I continue to the? Are you guys? Oh, yeah, I still have you guys. You're still. It's still interesting to you. So, and then at that time, I met somebody. I met the guy. I met the one. And after that, he went through something that I couldn't understand what he was going through. And to cut the long story short, I lost him to depression. It was also undiagnosed. That was in 2012, and that was the reason I put up the group Survivors of Suicide and Depression, because in 2012, when you've lost someone to suicide, there's no support. I had nothing. No friends. Some family, pero people were unkind. Kasi now, di ba, mental health is a big thing for your generation. Imagine being in my generation in 2012 where I had nothing. So I put up that mental health group. Nung una, support group siya. And I started coming out on TV. I was one of the first people to speak on TV about mental health, suicide, and depression. And a few months after that, ako naman yung na-diagnose with major depressive disorder. So now I have two. I was on antidepressants and I went through therapy on and off. But it wasn't an easy journey because I struggled with it. There were times na tinataguan ko na yung doctor ko kasi nagsisinungaling na ako sa doctor ko. I would tell her, okay na ako, doc. I don't need to take medication anymore. And I would stop medication and I would relapse and I would go back much worse than I was. So that went on and off. But again, to make the story shorter, in around 2019, 2018, I would say, I was finally cleared. And I was told, you can finally stop the meds. Just so you know, if you're looking for an example of a person who went through all that, because I'm sure people who are going through something who are probably on meds or trying to go to a doctor or want to hide from your doctor, you're looking for an example, like, meron ba ditong gumaling? Ako po. So now my group is no longer a counseling group, it's just now a resource page for mental health kasi I feel like all of the younger generation of mental health advocates are doing a much better job. Meron tayong I don't know if you follow, sina millennial psychologist, ang tito mong psychologist, marami na. And mas magaling na sila kaysa sa akin kasi sila, they're actual psychologists. I'm just a regular person. I don't have a medical degree. But yeah, that's my story in a nutshell. And thank you for listening.
All right, thank you so much, Ms. Kate Alvarez. And we encountered terms like stress asthma and anxiety disorder. And it's good that we have talked Adrian to delve more on those terminologies because I'm sure yung ating mga nanonood ngayon, no, they're curious no, as to what they're going through right now. I see people nodding when Kate was sharing her story. So, Doc?
Yes, grabe no. What Kate went through was really difficult. Do you feel that too? Na no one should be able to go through that thing on her own. So, before I answer that question, Ken, can I ask something kay Kate? Okay lang
Sure.
ba?
I'm
sure a
afraid.
lot of us have questions for Miss Kate. So, Kate, while those things were going on, who was with you? Who was helping you out in going to the doctor or in, going through the medication?
You know, di ba I mentioned earlier, I have very strict parents, but they were actually supportive. You'd be surprised that sometimes you just need to ask for help and let them know that you're not okay. So for the longest time, I was the kid the eldest daughter, strict parents I want to hide everything from them. I don't want to tell them anything kasi feeling ko they're gonna kill me. Di ba? Sometimes you're like, oh my God, papatayin ako ng magulang ko. You'd be surprised na hindi ka pala papatayin ng magulang mo. Pwede silang magalit konti. Pero when you show them that sometimes your parents think that you're doing okay because you're trying so hard to show them that you're okay. And so they believe that. You don't want to show your wounds. Sometimes you just have to tell them. And how did I tell them? I told my doctor to tell them. I said, Doc, I'm going to bring my mom here. You tell her what you saw in my lungs, in my heart, in my blood. You tell her. And then he told her.
Wow. So in your case, Kate, the physical ailments were parang the tools that was used para malaman ng parents mo for them to get to get their attention.
Yes, and also kasi when I lost nga someone to suicide, my parents were there. My sister, my parents, and most especially my dogs. Sinong fur parents?
Wow, there's a lot. Yeah.
The dogs. My dogs. Our dogs.
Very loyal and faithful. Yeah.
Are always there. You don't even have to cry to them. They know, right? They know. So.
Having someone with you. So Ken, to answer your question, no, you were asking kanina yung mga asthma, things that we feel in the body. Come to think of it, hindi tayo pupunta sa doktor kapag hindi pa tayo umaaray? Tama ba? Yes, nakaka-relate ba kayo? So sometimes those things that we feel in the body are not just symptoms of a mental disorder or a mental health challenge, but it's also something that will teach us or point us out na kailangan nating i-attend yung sarili natin. Or like in Kate's case, have someone help us. So in her case, she asked for help from the doctor, and then she asked for the help sa doctor to talk to her parents. So, Ken, curious lang ako, okay? Naku, nasa camera to, pero hindi naman kita yung mga mukha natin, okay? Meron ba ditong nakaka-relate sa amin ni Kate na pag meron tayong pangangailangan or merong painful, merong something that's not right? I don't know kung may ganun din kayo kasi ako may ganun, ano? Is that gusto mong humingi ng tulong, pero mahirap humingi ng tulong sa bahay, sa parents. Sige nga, with no one looking around, can you check yourself, assess yourself, maybe just a few seconds, Ken.
Yeah.
Pag meron akong nararamdamang sakit sa katawan, may hindi okay sa akin, meron akong nararamdamang emosyon, malaya ba akong nakakalapit sa mga magulang ko? Sige nga. If we can be honest with ourselves, sino dito yung masasabi mong, yes, by all means, kayang-kaya ko tong lumapit anytime, whatever it is that I'm going through. Can I count 1, 2, 3? Let's just check if we're in the parang same room, okay? 1. Sino dito yung nakakalapit ka sa magulang mo for everything? Love life, budget, whatever. 1, 2, 3. Can you show me your hands?
I'm seeing people shaking their heads.
There are.
Meron naman.
A few people.
That's good to know. And for the others,
Merong semi. It's like going up and
Half.
down.
Oh, nahihiya eh.
Not sure.
Nahihiya.
Siguro
Na
sa iba,
pwede.
it really depends.
50-50. Sometimes.
Which actually, Doc and Kate, which leads to my question because I feel like ako na-relate din ako in terms of nahihiya ka no, na lumapit. You don't know kung sino yung dapat lapitan mo in terms of what you are feeling as a student. So, ano yung advice nyo to all our students in terms of them finding out who the right people to talk to?
So I have a list on my head. Di ba, we have different kinds of friends. Merong friends na, pang-inuman lang yan. Merong friends na, okay, I can break down. So I have my mental list of who are my safe space friends. Do you guys have a list of that? Who can I break down to? Who can I call at 3 a.m. when I'm really not okay? So I make a list. These are my tried and tested people. Because I remember then I opened up to the wrong people. Unfortunately, that's part of the journey of life. Sometimes you open up to the wrong people, akala mo they're cool. Yun pala, chinismis ka na sa lahat. Screen cap na yung ano mo, yung conversation mo. But I have a list, and the list changes. Sometimes I delete people from the list because they no longer. So you make a list of your safe space people. It doesn't have to be family. Sometimes it's the family you choose. Diba? There's the family you're born with, and there's the family you choose. So who's the family you choose? Maybe a friend, a teacher, a relative na hindi chismosa.
Yeah.
So I have a safe space list on my head.
That's
in my
good,
head.
Kate. And the right time to make that list is way before you get to that need for a list. So kung ngayon, naiisip mo na, hindi naman ako aabot dun sa pinagdaanan ni Miss Kate. Unlikely kasi nakakausap ko naman yung mommy ko. Then this is the best time for you to come up with that list. And that's why we have these forums, for us to be prepared. We don't run to danger or to a safe place on the danger itself. Way before the danger, nagpe-prepare ka na. So, Ken, naku-curious ako, Daphne. Sino ba dito yung mga freshmen?
Ayan.
Look at
Dami.
that!
Karamihan.
So
ang
mostly
dami,
freshies.
Right? So yung mga katabi nyo, friends nyo na ba yan, ilang oras nyo na yung kakilala? 2 weeks pa lang.
2 weeks pa lang daw yung iba.
Ngayon pa lang.
Yung iba ngayon lang daw po.
Ngayon pa lang, right? So now is the time. Sabihin mo doon sa katabi mo na yan, sa bago mong classmate, can you be a safe person for me? Yan.
Ayan.
Ayun na, may nagtutulakan na.
Diba? Kailangan pag-usapan natin to Daphne, diba? Na ngayon, we're not just being friends, just friends, but we want to have someone who we can open up to. Yeah.
Ayun, siguro po like with katulad po nila na very fresh pa lang from senior high school. Of course, iba rin po yung transition with college. But how would you know na kailangan ko na pala ng tulong? Because sometimes kasi hindi natin ma-accept sa sarili natin na kailangan na pala natin ng tulong. At times, we thought we're all okay, we're all strong, we could do this. But meron po bang, magkakaroon po ba tayo ng parang boiling point, turning point na, okay, kailangan ko na mag-seek talaga ng help by this time?
Yeah, sige. So, sino dito ang may chat GPT sa cellphone? Umamin. Yung mga teachers, nakatingin ba? Hindi, di ba? So why do you have that chat GPT app in your phone? Because you'll never know.
I don't have chat.
You don't?
I'm a writer, so I'm super...
Same.
Oh, yeah, save. Okay, well, writers don't need that, okay? So you have that in place so that when you need it, you can pull it out anytime, right? So to answer Daphne's question, I guess we don't wait for that time na kailangan na nating humingi ng tulong, but to admit at upfront, even now, that I will need help. I will one day, I just don't know when, but I will need help. So maybe the question there is, how can I prepare when that time comes? Is that parang more a proactive stance?
Opo. Yeah, it's like more of really admitting by yourself na maybe not now, you don't need that help yet, but eventually, every one of us could possibly need that help in the future.
Yes.
All right. And I think what's prevalent nowadays, Doc and Kate, is the evolution of social media, right?
Yep.
So ano naman mga SOCMED ngayon? Nabutan ko
na.
Friendster pa eh, di ba? Friendster,
Ano yun dito?
MySpace.
Pero grabe na ngayon.
Ano na ba ngayon? Instagram, Telegram.
TikTok. Yeah.
So,
Threads.
how has that made an impact in terms of people dealing with their mental health issues, especially at a young age?
I want to answer that. So maraming way. Ang tanong ni Kuya Ken, ni Sir Ken is, paano nagiging issue yung social media sa ating young people? Okay, actually, let's ask them, is social media an issue for you? Yes or no? Who says it's yes, it's
Daming
an
yes,
issue?
ah. Madami.
Yeah, okay. Di ba, yung parang okay naman yung bakasyon nyo sa Boracay, pero nakita mo nag-post siya sa... Saan ba? Saan nag-post?
Bali?
Bali! Di ba parang ang pangit na ngayon ng bakasyon mo? Di ba? But it was okay, right? Until you see somebody else's post. Now, I want to answer this from a psychological perspective, if that's okay. Economically, informational, yung mga fake news, hindi yun ang slant ko. But I'm bringing with you, okay, the slant ng dopamine sa dopamine addiction. Okay, can you repeat that word, dopamine? Dopamine. So
Dopamine.
It's one of those neurotransmitters or hormones or chemicals sa body natin. At na-share ni Miss Kate kanina, di ba, when she was going through something, she was prescribed. At yung prescription na yun had something to do with the balance ng certain chemicals in her brain. Right? So this dopamine here is linkly tied to social media. Ayan, nakikita ko may mga nakahawak sa phone. There is something sa inyong katawan that made you not wanna put it down. Hindi ko kayo inaaway ngayon, ha? Pero there's something na parang habang nakaupo ako dito, gustong-gusto kong ilabas to.
Yeah, may urge
May
po.
urge,
Yeah.
correct, Daphne? So that is also one of the effects of dopamine. Can I expound a bit more?
Yes,
This is
of
really
course.
important. Okay. So dopamine, young people, look at here. Mahalagang maunawaan natin to para hindi yung pag gusto mong hawakan yung phone is wala ka nang magawa. Okay. So, for example, kumain ka ng chocolate. Yan. Sino gusto ng chocolate lovers dito? Me, okay? Pag kumain ka niyan, depende sa brand at kung cacao, kung anong percent nun, either you get 50 dopamine hits, or pag medyo brand na sobrang tamis, mga 100 dopamine hits. Can you repeat that? Dopamine hits.
Dopamine
Hits, okay? So, kung
Dopamine
chocolate, 50. Pag medyo magandang brand or medyo less sugary, 100 dopamine hits. Now, when you go to social media and someone likes your post, nilike yung post mo, depende pa kung sino, it can go as high as 100 to 500 dopamine hits. So yung feeling mo na parang, yung chocolate, remember when you eat a chocolate, it's like, sarap. Pero pag na-like, sarap. 100 to 500. Can I go, Kuya Ken? Okay, some
Yeah.
more. After social media, or other than social media, what else can give us those dopamine hits? Alam mo yung pag naglalakad ka, tapos biglang may humila sa'yo sa labas, tapos sabi na, pasindi naman dyan, oh. Ano yon? May ganun pa ba? O ano na, vape na ba ngayon? Right? So I'm not saying it's bad, I'm not saying it's good. I'm just saying that when you get to the something that you put in your mouth, like cigarettes or vapes, that's like 1,000 dopamine hits. Why? Because it's not just dopamine this time. It's also nicotine. Right? And when you go, saan pa pupunta pagkatapos mag-yosi, ano pang ayaan natin dyan? Sa ibang school, hindi dito. Anong susunod? Maybe food, yes, or drinking.
Inuman na po.
Inuman, right? And what could be after drinking? Hindi sa school na to, right? Sa ibang school, unfortunately, could lead to substance abuse. Again, what's that chemical that's also being part of that very addictive na nature? That's dopamine. Can I spend some more minutes?
Yeah,
I know,
sure,
of
sure,
course.
Doc, yeah.
But young people, listen here. Listen up. Did you know that that dopamine didn't just start when you started your Facebook account? It started way before, nung bata pa tayo. So kung matanda na, tapos, yosi tayo. Yosi ba term nyo ngayon? Ano ba? Vape tayo,
Vape.
right? So
Vape,
there's that
hip-hop.
substance there, right? Pero, how does dopamine get programmed in our body way before? Okay. So kung yung bata, nadapa siya, okay, sample Ken, nadapa yung bata.
Madapa ka daw.
Yeah, sorry, may acting ba tayo dito?
Yeah, may skit.
Okay, kung si Mami, ang sinabi niya is, uy, huwag ka nang umiyak, Ken. Kakain tayo sa,
Jollibee,
at
McDonald's.
kakain tayo ng
Fried chicken.
fried chicken or yung malamig.
Ice cream.
That's sugar. That's dopamine, right? So yung bata, na kahit ang sakit-sakit ng sugat niya, ang sabihin niya, ay sakit, pero ice cream, ice cream. Now the pain there got mixed up with pleasure. Right? Now, the child doesn't end up to be a child. The child grows up.
Yep.
And when the child grows up, learns that pag may masakit, ay, nabagsak ako sa school. Oy, nabagsak ako sa school. Tara, samgyup. Tara, buffet tayo. So there you have the comfort food. Instead of us facing the pain and deal with it, what do? We've learned to use dopamine to cover up the pain. So yung bata, pinakain ng matamis, ng masarap. Pag lumaki siya, something to put in the mouth. But you know, the antidote to that addiction or like cover up or what some would call coping, what could it be? What could be something that will help a person na gano'n na yung coping niya? Bagsak sa school, okay lang yan, inom na lang. Anong makakatulong doon sa part na yon? Yan ang abangan nyo mamaya sa next question. Okay.
I was waiting for that. Ken.
All right. I think our students have some questions for both of you.
Oh, okay.
But that will be later on. We'll just pause for a short break.
Okay.
All right. We'll be back for our Speak Up segments. Please prepare your questions for
Yep.
Miss Kate Alvarez
Yeah,
and
it's your
Doc
time,
Adrian Quetao.
guys, to ask some questions. Kayo naman magkakaroon ng opportunity to ask questions, both kay Doc and of course with Kate as well.
All right, we'll take a short break. We'll be back for more of Speak Up.
Plus Network, the country's first fully digital network, continues to create uplifting online content and feature inspiring stories on our platform. From more episodes of your favorite shows about personal finance, parenting, active lifestyle, and more, to new shows on new platforms that cater to your different needs, we commit to do more and be more for our viewers. Our shows not only entertain and educate, but also thrill, transform, inform, and make an impact in the lives of the people who watch them. Kaya gusto naming magpasalamat sa suporta na ibinigay nyo sa mga shows ng Plus Network at sa pagtutok sa aming online content. We really feel the love from all of you, and we couldn't be more grateful. Kaya naman, we promise to give you more meaningful content on more platforms that you can watch anytime and anywhere. Kung nasaan man kayo, kasama nyo kami. Here at Plus Network, there's something for everyone. Whatever challenges you face, we are with you, providing quality content with purposeful messaging na makakatulong sa inyo. Whether you're looking for motivation, inspiration, or practical tips and tricks, we are here to help you as you strive for growth. Follow and like us on our social media pages. Together, we can do more and be more here at Plus Network.
True FM. Tune in and hear us loud and clear, bringing you the stories, updates, and entertainment you need anytime, anywhere. The history is made for Philippine media, as once a station is now a network. Dahil ang True Network mismo ang maghahain nito sa inyo. Kami ang bagong haligi ng katotohanan, maaasahan kahit saan, anumang panahon at pagkakataon. Walang pag-aalinlangan, laging totoo, laging tunay, at laging tapat. Kami ang True Network.
Dito tayo sa totoo.
We all crave companionship, someone to uplift and support, and a compassionate ear to listen. We are not meant to journey through this life in isolation. Are you searching for a community where you can truly belong? Do you desire to invest your time, talent, and resources in something that will last for eternity? If that's you, why don't you journey with us at Crew Philippines? Also known as Campus Crusade for Christ, Crew's mission is to be a major catalyst in developing Christ-centered, multiplying disciples to strategically fulfill the Great Commission. We believe that Christ-centered discipleship involves the process of taking every opportunity to share the gospel to individuals, establishing a deep relationship with them by encouraging and helping them to grow in their faith, and sending them out to spread the good news of Jesus Christ to others as well. Our goal is to prioritize reaching out to students, leaders, churches, and to utilize the digital space. This is through the help of those who are working behind the scenes. Operations, leadership development and human resources, and ministry partners. Our heartfelt desire is to give everyone an opportunity to know someone who genuinely follows Jesus. At school, at work, communities, and even online. Because here in Crew, everyone is valued. Do you share the same vision? Come, let us journey together.
All right, we welcome you back here to our Speak Up Forum. And it's time now for our Speak Up segment where we give the floor to you guys. So ready na ba yung mga questions nyo? Ready na, ah?
Ayan, so we have some questions here. First, may we ask for your name and from saang college po kayo?
Hi, my name is Elinel and I am a second year BA Com student.
That was my course in another school.
Oh, that's nice.
Okay, so now, kanino mo gusto i-address yung question and then go ahead.
So my question is, what do you think is the biggest mental challenge that the Filipino youth is facing right now?
May I? I think, as a mental health advocate since 2012, I think one of the biggest things is finding access to mental health help that is affordable or even free, right? Because medical care in this country is an issue in general. Pero mental health, we have a mental health act na it was enacted into law. Supposedly, it's supposed to give free meds, affordable therapy. Pero do we see that? Not really. Diba? So that, for me, is the biggest challenge. Access to affordable or free help.
Yeah, I agree
That's
with
it.
you. Can I add to that?
Sure.
So, can I bring in a classic approach and then a present time and then a cultural part, if that's okay? So, classic, meron ba mga psych major? Woohoo!
Madami.
Okay. Yan,
Psych major,
Psych major,
put your
okay.
hands up.
What would Eric Erickson say about sa life stage na to, na crisis of the stage? You remember? Meron bang 13 to 18 years old? Pakitaas nga yung kamay. Okay, so 19 to 29. Meron din. So, pag 13 to 18, what's the crisis of the life stage? As per Eric Erickson, psychosocial stages of development.
Ang hirap naman ng quiz mo, ma'am.
Quiz pala, no?
May exam po pala dito.
Identity versus role confusion. So, if you're 13 to 18, ano daw ang pinaka-problema mo? Anong hugot mo talaga? Identity. Sino ba ako? Sino bang type kong mapangasawa? Bakit puro kalbo ang ex ko? Iba-iba lang ang pangalan. Bakit pa ulit-ulit na lang? Sila na lang, lagi ako nag-ghost. Sino ba ako? So kapag yan yung issue mo at 13 to 18 ka, good news, normal ka. Right? So don't be surprised tomorrow na kahapon, I like apple. Now naman, avocado. Now naman, ice cream na avocado flavor na hindi ko na nakain. Nagbabago-bago. Why? Because your issue, if you're 13 to 18, classic to across the board, not just Filipinos, is identity. And if you miss this part of your life, not knowing your real and true identity, you get to go to this other side of the equation na, role, confusion, then you become confused. And what's the problem there? Confused ka na, sino ba ako? Ano bang gender ko? Anong sexuality ko? Ano bang favorite ko? Ano bang hairstyle ko? Ano bang damit ko? Confused ka na, then you go to the 19 to 29, which is, ano naman? Intimacy versus isolation. So can you imagine, I don't know who I am, nagka-jowa ako, naka-age group ko, hindi niya rin alam kung sino siya. Tapos nung 22 na kami, na-realize namin, ay, we're parting ways. We're falling out of love. Kasi gusto niya pala fried egg, ako pala scrambled egg. Hindi pala kami meant to be. Can you imagine the waste of time and emotions that you've invested kung hindi mo pa na-discover kung sino ka, young person, and jumawa ka na ng somebody na hindi niya rin alam kung sino siya. So that's one, from a classical perspective. 19 to 29, huwag ka nang magulat. Ang issue mo, sino bang may gusto sa akin? Close ba kami? Barkada ba kami? Pag hindi ka inad sa group chat, bakit hindi ako kasali? You feel not close. You feel isolated. And what's the downside kapag hindi ka naging intimate or hindi mo na-succeed yung virtue of intimacy? You isolate. Ano na, pag nag-break na, and then you see the cycles going on and going on. Okay. And what's your name?
I'm Linel.
Linel.
Yeah.
Right, okay. So, dun sa cultural part, now here's the thing. So, Miss Kate said we have lack of yung access doon sa mga help sa atin sa mental health, right? And the very few that we have are influenced by Western approaches. Western approaches are very individualistic. Self-love, me. There's nothing wrong with that. Don't get me wrong. But what I'm saying is, as Filipinos, we are more kapwa, community, clannish. Right? So imagine, ang young person, ikaw, issue mo na yung identity mo, and then issue mo yung intimacy kung sino magiging jowa, love life, barkada, and then sasabihin sa'yo because of the very few mental health information now, marami naman na, pero yung the very few pa lang, is individual, you're you. And then your family, na mga tita, katulad namin na mga millennials, or Gen X, would say, clannish tayo hindi tayo individualistic. Can you imagine the tension there? Now, this young person now is left with thinking, so who really am I? Do I listen to my mom, my dad, my teacher, my friends? Or be myself? Listen to my truth. We hear that a lot. This talk is not about saying what's right or wrong at this point, but it's just to point out that these are the things that we should be talking about. If you have this in your mind, you are very good that you are in this place. So after this session, Miss Kate, gusto natin na mas marami pa tayong tanong. But I hope dun sa semi-short answer ko is, nagkaroon tayo na, ang hirap pala what we're going through right now. So pwede mo sabihin yung katabi mo, kaya natin to, mahirap, pero kaya natin to. Yan. Thank you, Linel. Thank you, Miss Daphne.
Thank you so much.
Hello po, I'm Rowan and from BS Psych po.
From BS Psychology. What's your name again? Sorry.
Rowan po.
Rowan. Okay, so kanino mo gusto i-address yung question and what's your question? Go.
So yung question, actually pwede pong both or kahit sino po. Ang question ko po is, ano pong masasabi niyo sa mga tao na nagsisik ng help po sa ChatGPT? Since, yun nga po, yung nabanggit niya po na ang challenge po ngayon is yung maka-access po ng free na therapy. So, ayun po, since ChatGPT is accessible po sa lahat, since may wifi naman po, ano pong masasabi niya sa kanila?
Thank you so much.
As a writer, I'm really not a fan of ChatGPT. Although I've used it, kunyari, ginagawa ko lang siyang Google. Like, kunyari, another word for ganyan. Ganun lang. But for science, if you want it for free, you may as well call the free hotlines where there are actual human beings trained with mental health. Yun, that's my short answer. You can, I have a blog where there's a mental health directory. It's katewashere.com/mental health ph. Nandun yung directory ko of free hotlines, crisis lines. Pero syempre, it's not perfect also. Because as a mental health advocate, tinetest ko rin yan. Sometimes I call the hotline. I pretend to be someone who needs help or someone who has a friend. Kunyari, oh, I have a friend. Sometimes I'm not happy with the way they answer. Sometimes it's okay. Pero I'd rather you call the hotline. Kasi with ChatGPT, I've read articles where sometimes it turns into a monster that makes you worse, di ba? So humans are still better than AI.
Yeah. Thank you, Miss Kate. Rowan, that's a very good question. Huwag na kayong magtaas ng kamay. Meron kaya dito na nag-try na kayo mag-search sa ChatGPT? What to do? She didn't, tinanggal ako sa FB. In-unfriend ako. Right? Some of us have tried that already, right? But young people, hear from your ates, never ever do that. If you go to my Facebook page, it's Doc Adrian, I posted there certain articles about why it's not, let me say, not just prohibited, but dangerous. Can you say that word, dangerous? Dangerous. I want to give emphasis to that.
Dangerous.
It's dangerous.
Dangerous.
Right? Okay, let me give 3 quick reasons, Rowan, if it's okay, ha? So from these studies na nakapost ko na pwede nyo makita, number 1 is there's no moral accountability. Okay? What's the basis ng sasabihin niya which right thing to do? Anong moral? Sino yon? Sino bang nagro-run ng program na yon? Number 2 is it has a risk for physical safety. If it gives you certain things to do and you're already bound by that relationship with that AI bot or whatever app that is, then you're probably bound to do it. And remember, the reason why you went to ChatGPT is you're in a very vulnerable state, right? If you have other people people with you, you would have asked that other person. But here you are, remember, intimacy versus isolation. Number 3, it fuels isolation. Why go through the hirap na makipagkaibigan ako kay Kate for her to be there for me if I can just have this app with no strings attached? Right? Fuels isolation. Number 4, did you know that there's no privacy? Masyado raw ako maingay. Sorry. Privacy and confidentiality. Did you know that? At any point, those conversations can be leaked. Do you want those information that you said about your mom, your friend, your teacher be just out there searchable? Wala pang laws about it. Even Sam, the CEO of AI Open, Sam Altman, if I'm not mistaken, he even said in a May article na sinabi niya na wala pa silang regulation for confidentiality and privacy. And siguro, on a personal note, why I also discourage this is it because you deserve so much more. You deserve someone to cry with you, to journey with you. You deserve another life, to speak life to you. Relationships are hard. And I bet the reason why you went to ChatGPT is not because of your ACATS. It's because you have a rift with somebody, a pain, a heartbreak or something with parents or friends. And that's the very reason that these apps are made for, sorry sa grammar, no, are made. It's to drive you away. If you read through this article, this one article, it's designed to get you hooked to this app for a long period of time, to replace human interaction. So please, sabihin sa katabi, wag mo nang i-chat GPT yan. Yan.
Chat mo na lang ako.
I-chat mo na lang si Miss Kate. May mga number siya sa Facebook ng mga pwedeng kontakin.
Thank you so much again, Doc A and Miss Kate. Again, any more questions, guys?
Yeah.
May tanong lang po how do you help someone has a low self-esteem?
Okay. That's a good question.
Thank you so much, Josh.
Agree, yes. From a psychotherapy perspective, it takes years. 1 year is too short for treatment for self-esteem. Treatment or like boosting self-esteem. And whoever is struggling with low self-esteem, I want you to hear this. Not necessarily for Rush? Josh, right? Not just for Josh, but for all of us, including myself, because I have issues with self-esteem too. It's to go back to that, why did I need that boost? Why do I need that esteem, if we call it esteem? What is there? Anong mapapala ko if I have that boost? And I'm not saying it's wrong, but it's to point out that, oh wow, I am really valuing this thing. For example, nahihiya ako, yung self-esteem. Tama. Josh, how would you describe self-esteem? Sorry, nanchika na ako.
Kasi po may, like, in a situation na you compliment someone and parang tinatry po talaga nila i-downgrade yung sarili nila even though it's... Oh, yes po. Hindi po nila na-appreciate yung parang compliment po na binibigyan niyo.
But
Parang
deep
feeling
down
daw po binobola. Parang
right.
ganun niya.
I have a question, but Josh, I'm sure it's not you. But so this person, may reason ba behind down, ibababa niya yung sarili niya and not receiving the compliment?
Parang ang naging ano po is, hindi lang po siya sanay talaga na makakuha pa ng compliment.
Hindi lang sa sarili.
Hindi po sanay.
Makakuha ng compliment.
Yeah, so there might be what Ate Kate said earlier, like a wound there. So just fueling na, kaya mo yan, maybe just not nipping on the bud. Ba? Parang external lang, but bakit hindi ako naniniwalang kaya ko? Bakit kahit sinasabi nila hindi? So I as a friend, you'd want to go, can tell me more. Saan nanggagaling na ayaw mong maniwala na magaling ka? May nangyari ba dati na naisip mo na hindi ka magaling? Than just saying, kaya mo yan. Right? There could be so much more, something deeper down there. And I like your question because it shows me that you really care about helping somebody. This is good.
Ito na yung chance natin, guys, to really talk about yung mga bagay na takot tayong pag-usapan dati. Okay, what's your name and from what course are you?
Hi po, my name is Iel and I'm from BA Communication. I'm a freshman. And my question is for the both of you po. What do we do if we feel helpless? Like even reaching out feels like a trap. Like do we just try to get used to it or do we wait for someone to help us out?
Sometimes we've grown up to be so good at putting a wall, right? We're so good at it. We grew up acting or giving off this image that people believe, pero we're hoping that they will see what we're hiding, right? Unfortunately, people are not superheroes. So, we always feel like it's in the movies. Baka yan yung parang Prince Charming na nahuhulaan. Or yung super tita or the magical parent na, you know what, maybe they can finally figure out what's going on. Unfortunately, they can't. Because we are so good at hiding it. We're so good at making it look like we're okay. So, the only time they'll realize now we're bleeding inside, we're breaking, is when we tell them that there's something wrong. And we have to kind of lower our pride kasi feeling natin, ay hindi, kaya ko to or kaya ko pang magtago or baka mahulaan or baka makita na nila na yung eye bags ko, ano na. Pero why wait? Why wait for the cracks to show, di ba? Why wait for the symptoms to start showing or why wait for a meltdown? Why wait for you to faint or get sick? So, find ways to say it. If you can't say it straight, write them a note, write them a letter. There are little ways you can tell them. Pero asking for help is the hardest because I struggle with it also. I struggle to ask for help kasi ang laki ng pride ko kasi feeling ko ang galing ko eh. Feeling ko I'm a super student. But asking for help is the biggest and hardest step. But once you get it out of there, help will come in. And you'd be surprised that the people who you thought were so hard and so cold are actually the ones who are going to help you. I'm sorry. Did I touch something? Because I feel I was like you once. That's why I'm here. You can talk to us later after. I'm sorry. But I hope that helps. Yes. Okay.
Yeah, that's really true, Miss Kate. They say that a person can live for 30 days without food. 30 minutes without water, or 30 days without water, cannot. For some, they can. 3 minutes without air, but not 3 seconds without hope. And so when Yana, right? So when she was asking earlier, what do I do if I'm feeling helpless? The blunt answer is there's nothing you can do at that point. Okay. So whose responsibility is it gonna be now? The people who are around you. And I see those two friends there. They're like, hey, we're here. Yeah. So maybe one thing from this USAP Speak Up Forum is that not just for me to be able to speak up or ask for help, but be the help that my classmate, my friend needs. Is that okay, young people? As we leave this place, we're thinking, yes, I need help. And there's stigma. But can we also leave with this other phrase here? Yes, I'm also the help. When my friend is helpless, I can offer help.
Yeah, just before we go to the next question, I want to see a show of hands. Who here feel like they're helpless when it comes to dealing with their what they're dealing with right now? Show of hands naman, meron ba? Huwag kayong mahiya.
Yep. Put your hands up, guys.
Yeah, I see one there. I see one in the front.
You feel helpless.
It's okay if you don't want to raise your hand yet.
Yeah, it's okay.
You can raise it in your mind.
But definitely, you're not alone. We all, at some point in our lives, we feel helpless. I'm sure you do. I'm sure, Doc. Minsan din, you do,
100%.
right?
That's true.
So thank you very much for your question.
Thank you so much.
More questions pa?
Yep.
Do we have any more questions?
questions?
Sa
Ayan,
ano?
at the back.
Sa gitna, Daphne.
Okay. What's your name and from what college are you in?
My name is James Gonzalez po and I'm from CCIS.
You
Ganda ng
You
boses.
have a
Wait lang.
very nice broadcaster voice.
Akala ko, ano na,
Wow.
radio broadcasting. So James, from what college again? Sorry.
College of Computer and Information Sciences.
College of
Ay, nadidistract kami
Computers.
sa voice mo. Ang ganda.
Yeah, sorry, we got distracted by your voice. So, James. Okay, go ahead. What's your question?
So, parang, di ba po may sinasabi po yung mga tao usually is to get help, you start from your proximity po, no? So, ayun. As we've been through trying circumstances, we've built a wall to protect ourselves. No. But to get help from the people around us, we need to be vulnerable. How do we build doors to let them in without harming ourselves in the process? And how do we identify if someone is a fit individual to get help from?
I love that
Great question.
No, I love that question
Yep.
because those were my struggles growing up. I let people in. One time I had a party, I opened the door and let them all in, right? Because sometimes you get excited. This looks like a person I have chemistry with. So you open your walls and they let them in, and then you realize, oh shoot, they're not my people. So I think first you have to be open to making mistakes. Because I made a lot of mistakes. I let a lot of people in, and I regret letting them in because I told them my secrets. I told them all my darkness. Yun pala, hindi pala sila safe space. So you should be open to making those mistakes. And then second, just open a little window first. Parang ganon, small, one step at a time, right? Like you let them in a little bit, parang, that's just my style, ha? And then do you believe in the gut feel? Like when you meet someone, you immediately, sometimes they make you feel like, okay, this feels safe. Meron naman minsan parang, shucks, parang bad news tong taong to. So start learning to trust your gut feel. Like, how do they make you feel as soon as they enter the room or when they converse with you? Or sometimes when you open up and start to talk about your problems, how do they react? Do they make it about themselves? Do they say, ako nga eh, tapos yung problem mo, minalit nila? Or do they listen? So you can start by gauging with how they respond to you slowly opening up. And then from there, you can build boundaries. I hope that helps.
I'm curious, can I ask? And ako curious ako, is that boundaries for friends or for family?
For in general po. Like, friends and family. Pero I never open up to my family po. So let's say friends. Ganun.
So more for friends. Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree with Miss Kate's answer. Yeah, because for family it's gonna be different. But the question is for family. So.
If for family po, ano po yung masasabi?
Okay, now we're talking.
Curious din ako because she's like, okay na, but no, I want to know.
Yeah, ang ganda nung sabi ni Miss Kate, di ba? Itong friend na to, hindi ko to hindi to encouraging from you.
Yeah.
FO. Yeah, sorry. Blunt, no? Okay, pag family, question, do you have a choice? Pag ayaw mo na kay mama, FO ka na, ma. Do you have a choice? When you enroll for the next semester, do you have a choice? Do you have an option not to talk to your dad for money? Unlikely, right? So, there is that difficult place doon sa situation when you don't have a choice. And this is a short answer, okay? May not answer your question, sir. But when that happens, that's where you capitalize on multiple anchors. That's why it's good to have an ate and kuya at school. So that when you cannot talk in the house, sadly for some people, the house is the place of abuse. Physical, sexual, and even verbal abuse. How can you... Ma, hindi ka na pwede lumapit. Pa, hindi mo na ako pwede hawakan. Can you even say that? Right? It doesn't apply to all households. So what do? You look for those multiple anchors. Look for ate, kuya. There's a campus crusade over here, I heard. There's an organization here. There's Plus Media. There's people you can cling to get life, to have a sense of emotional regulation. If that's not an option for you right now, if you have to go home to your own house. Now, we want to honor our parents. Thank you sa ating tatay at nanay. Mahal na mahal natin sila. But if you are here right now and you're going home to a place where abuse is happening, you're being touched in sensitive parts of your body without your consent, and that's very real. In all schools that I've went to, there's always one. Unfortunately, that's not good news. If that's your situation, you have to talk to someone. Talk to a teacher. Talk to a friend. Do not just say, dahil tatay at nanay ko to, I will endure this kind of treatment. No. Please speak up. Read up here. Speak up. Like what Miss Kate did, she looked for somebody who she can talk to. May list siya. And maybe after today, you can come up with that list. We are serious here. That's what this forum is for. So that you have something to do when you're on your own. After this forum, we're done. We'll have the concert tonight. But after this, do something. Download the ChatGPT app, di ba ganun dapat? Pero ito, download again the friendships before you need it, when you need it. Yep. So I hope that helps, sir, the boundaries part.
So anchor pala yung tawag doon. Now I know what those people are in my life, my anchors.
All right, thank you so much for your question. I know there are still some people who want to ask questions, but unfortunately, we're out of time. So I'll give the floor to our speakers, Miss Kate and Doc A, to give your final words and also share to our students where they can reach you. Kate, first.
Well, thank you for speaking up and listening to us. Ano ba? Oh, my Instagram is at replicate with a K. My mental health page is, my mental health Facebook page is facebook.com/SOS Philippines Survivors of Suicide and Depression. Thank you for coming, and if you're so good at putting up your walls, let some people in.
We've been together for an hour or two, but I cannot leave without having this moment with you. I'd like everyone, if it's okay, for everyone who's seated on their chairs to stay with me 5 more minutes. Is that okay? Okay. I will ask you to do something. Let me give the instructions. I will ask you to either sit calmly on your chair. Mamaya, I'll ask you to either close your eyes or baba nyo lang yung head nyo, lower down your gaze if you're not feeling safe. Okay? And I'm just curious about what will happen as you speak up to yourselves. Is that okay? Can we try that quickly? So as you're seated calmly, maybe you can start closing your eyes. Teka, dilat muna. Sabi mo sa katabi mo, kanya-kanya muna tayo ngayon, ha? Paalam ka muna. Give me just 5 minutes, okay? For myself, right? You need this too for yourself, okay? So when you're ready, you can close your eyes or just lower down your gaze if you're feeling comfortable. Wala tayong gagawing special or magic or mystical or mythical. As all eyes are closed, with all the voices running after you, talking to you, speaking out to you, make sure you don't leave this place not hearing this voice inside of you. As your eyes are closed, do this for yourself, not for me, not for anybody, but for yourself. Can I ask you to just place your hand on your heart? Hawakan mo lang yung puso mo. It's okay. It's okay. And at the count of 3, I want you to repeat these words just under your breath. Repeat these words under your breath. I will speak up for myself. Say it one more time with conviction. I will speak up for myself. And I will count 1 to 3 again. At the count of 3, pwede mo bang tawagin yung pangalan mo? The name that you identify with. Kung ano yung childhood name mo or maybe present name mo, the name that is your name. The name that you are called. At the count of 3, call out that name. 1, 2, 3. Adrian. And give instructions to yourself. Speak out to yourself. Tell yourself, Adrian, I am here for you. You can speak up to me. I will listen to you. I will know your pain. I will know your dreams. I will know what makes you happy. I will know what makes you sad. I will know your life's purpose. I will seek your life's purpose. I will live. I will fight. I will enjoy this life. I will discover the beautiful things that this life has for me. I will seek the very reason why I'm created for. I will develop your talents. I will develop your skills. I will be there for you, even if no one else will. I will be a friend to you. Maybe some of you can need to tell yourself, I am sorry for the times that I wasn't there for you. I'm sorry for betraying you. I'm sorry for making you the least of my priorities. I'm sorry for pleasing people, other people at your expense. But now, I am here now. I will speak up for you. I will speak life. I will speak truth. I will speak destiny. And I will surround myself, I will surround you with people who will journey with you, who will cry with you, who will take care of you and develop your skills and talents. I will surround myself with people. I will surround you with people who will seek and pursue your life's great purpose. You may put your hands down, and as your eyes are closed, Pwede mo bang pakiramdaman how that feels? Whew. Can I ask you to just to end with deep breathing? Just breathe in deeply. Whew. Some of us, it's already a miracle to get to this point that you can breathe. Right? And we're preparing to open our eyes. I will count down from 3 to 1. And at 1, when you're ready, you can open your eyes and we continue with our event. 3, 2, 1. Wow. Can you give yourselves a hand? That was difficult to do. If you really did that, kung honest ka na ginawa mo yun para sa sarili mo, napakahirap nun. Can you, maybe last na Ken, congratulate mo naman. We are social beings. We're not made for ourselves. We are social creations, di ba? So pwede mo bang i-congratulate lang yung katabi mo? Good job. I'm proud of you. Daphne,
Good
proud of you.
job.
Proud of you, Ken. Comment mo naman yan.
Good job, guys.
Good
Thank
job,
you so
guys.
Good job, everybody.
All right. Thank you so much, Miss Kate Alvarez and Doc A. Again, please give a hand to our distinguished guest. And thank you so much all for being part of the Speak Up Forum.
Plus Network, the country's first fully digital network, continues to create uplifting online content and feature inspiring stories on our platform. From more episodes of your favorite shows about personal finance, parenting, active lifestyle, and more, to new shows on new platforms that cater to your different needs, we commit to do more and be more for our viewers. Our shows not only entertain and educate, but also thrill, transform, inform, and make an impact in the lives of the people who watch them. Kaya gusto naming magpasalamat sa suporta na ibinigay nyo sa mga shows ng Plus Network at sa pagtutok sa aming online content. We really feel the love from all of you, and we couldn't be more grateful. Kaya naman, we promise to give you more meaningful content on more platforms that you can watch anytime and anywhere. Kung nasaan man kayo, kasama nyo kami. Here at Plus Network, there's something for everyone. Whatever challenges you face, we are with you, providing quality content with purposeful messaging na makakatulong sa inyo. Whether you're looking for motivation, inspiration, or practical tips and tricks, we are here to help you as you strive for growth. Follow and like us on our social media pages. Together, we can do more and be more here at Plus Network.
True FM. Tune in and hear us loud and clear, bringing you the stories, updates, and entertainment you need anytime, anywhere. The history is made for Philippine media, as once a station is now a network. Dahil ang True Network mismo ang maghahain nito sa inyo. Kami ang bagong haligi ng katotohanan. Maaasahan kahit saan, anumang panahon at pagkakataon. Walang pag-aalinlangan. Laging totoo, laging tunay, at laging tapat. Kami ang True Network.
Dito tayo sa totoo.
We all crave companionship, someone to uplift and support, and a compassionate ear to listen. We are not meant to journey through this life in isolation. Are you searching for a community where you can truly belong? Do you desire to invest your time, talent, and resources in something that will last for eternity? If that's you, why don't you journey with us at Crew Philippines? Also known as Campus Crusade for Christ, Crew's mission is to be a major catalyst in developing Christ-centered, multiplying disciples to strategically fulfill the Great Commission. We believe that Christ-centered discipleship involves the process of taking every opportunity to share the gospel to individuals, establishing a deep relationship with them by encouraging and helping them to grow in their faith, and sending them out to spread the good news of Jesus Christ to others as well. Our goal is to prioritize reaching out to students, leaders, churches, and to utilize the digital space. This is through the help of those who are working behind the scenes. Operations, leadership development and human resources, and ministry partners. Our heartfelt desire is to give everyone an opportunity to know someone who genuinely follows Jesus. At school, at work, communities, and even online. Because here in Crew, everyone is valued. Do you share the same vision? Come, let us journey together.